What's up, guys? It's your girl, Egypt Divine or Mareesa, whatever you know me as. Thank you for tuning in today. It's been an extremely long time since I've actually done a vlog. So this is a nice treat for y'all as well as myself. I'm having fun. I'm feeling myself. My birthday is on Tuesday, so I'm super excited and I am in high and good spirits. Like nothing is going to break my spirit. So with that being said, I have actually been working on a lot of things. I finished my first semester of college, so that was good. Got some good news today as far as my brother and his situation. So a lot of good things are coming in 2022 already, and it just started, and I am very thankful and very excited. Now, with that being said, I will be starting my own ventures. I have a lot of little passions and side hobbies and things that I'm good at, and there are things that I'm better at as well. So lately I've been focusing more on baking and desserts and snacks and just things like that. And I lost my grandmother in October of 2021. So it's been an extremely hard transition for me. But in the process, I've really learned to enjoy my solitude and to find myself and just to enjoy this creative process and, make sure that I'm using my outlet, like using my negative things and putting it into something positive, using, my music and my baking and everything else as an outlet. So I'm actually starting, launching a business called A Granddaughter's Bakery, and this will be a tribute to my late grandmother who passed away. And, I'm going to branch out and do a lot of things, but I'm going to start small with a small menu of, really great quality products. Because, a lot of people sell crap and you can go to the store and buy some Chips Ahoy. No disrespect to Chips Ahoy because it's munchy snacks, but I'm just saying, like, nothing is like some homemade, right? So I did want to come to y'all and talk to y'all about a book I've been reading and about baking and starting this business. But in the process, I really started to think about just being an artist and what it means to be an artist and to be creative as a person. And it's strange because, depending on what you do, you'll have a different creative process. Like me as a musician, as a writer and a rapper, as a singer, my routine and the way I think is different than, a painter or, a designer, a sculptor, whatever it may be. But we all go through these spurts of creativity and then we go through these blocks. It's like, you got this talent, but for a while you're stagnant because you have to work on you as a person. And I know it's very complicated as a creator. And if you're a creator, I'm sure you understand, like, you're a person at the end of the day, and you were this person before you realized that you had this skill or talent or ability, whatever you want to call it. You were, this person underneath, whatever your name is, John Doe, Jane Doe, right? But then Jane Doe realizes, like, okay, I have this talent, I have this creativity, I have something I can do, or I have a vision. Even if you're not, somebody who's like using their hands or making music, even if you're just, a lobbyist or, an advocate, somebody who's out here in the streets, looking out for people, whatever it is that you do that you're good at and you're passionate about or that you care about, there's a creative process that goes into just about everything. You can use your imagination for anything. And, as you go in this creative process, you go through these ups and downs. You go through this, high. And then you get to this peak and you're like, okay, I'm going down. What the hell is going to happen? And as soon as you get down to that very low point, and I mean, this is even in general, you get to that very low point, you're like, oh shit, what am I going to do? And you panic. And as soon as you stop panicking, literally everything is just like boom. Like, I got you here. No matter what you believe in, Allah, God, the universe, nobody, luck, magic, your granny's prayers, whatever you believe in, like, this shit will just, when you get to that very low, like low level, whatever will come in and just be like, nope, here you go. All you needed to do was relax. So it is very difficult being a creator because it's like, there's so many aspects of it. Do you want to sell your art and your creativity? Do you want to sell your ideas? Or are you doing it just to do it? Is it a hobby? How are you going to market these things? And there are a majority of people who are successful had some type of money to back their ideas or back their business, but there are some people that get it out the ground. And the creative process, like I said, is just complicated because it's like, okay, here I am and I'm creating, I'm doing something I love that, comes naturally to me or that I'm good at and I work hard at or whatever it is. And then now I have to find a way to market this and bring it to the world and sell it to people. Once again, like thinking about music, I'm like, okay, I love music so much, but also I love to bake, but also I wouldn't mind doing voice acting, and also I wouldn't mind doing this, and also I wouldn't mind doing that. And I think that's also a big problem for creative people, because 9 times out of 10, if you're creative or athletic, or you have an engineer's brain, whatever it is, 9 times out of 10 there's more than one thing that you're good at. So it's like, do I want to go into this or do I want to go into that? Okay, I really want to do this, but the industry is leaning towards this way right now. How am I going to, find this market? How am I going to manipulate this into my interest and my favor? And, I think as for many of us creators on a success level, on a corporate level, we're probably going to fail. And that's okay, because it's like, yo, you can't sell out when you're doing art, and you honestly can't do anything wrong. I mean, I'm not a visual artist, and there are some pieces of art that I'm like, why is that worth that much money? And then another artist could come in and see it and be like, oh, well, it's the technique, it's this, it's how they did that. We don't even know what type of tool they use to, make this art during this time. And then it starts to make sense so much, like, wow. So again, like art, beauty, things being good or bad, everything is pretty much subjective, right? But being a creator is a rewarding and frustrating process. Like, you could make something and you could be so proud of it. You could swear like, oh, this is going to be the song. This is going to be the one everybody's going to love. Oh, this is going to be the event. This is going to be the, talk of the name of the town, the talk of the town, whatever. And then it's crickets, it's a flop, and you're sitting there looking like, what the hell happened? Like, what the hell happened? So it takes a lot of discipline, and, it takes a lot of hard work and preparation and dedication and studying and talent and ability. Like, the list goes on. And like I said, for a lot of people, it was when they least expected it, that's when they popped. And if there's one thing I realized this year for myself as a creator, as an artist, as a YouTuber, as a streamer, as a vlogger, one thing, I do need to be more consistent. And that is for sure. Like, you have to be consistent with what you do. But number two, you just have to try things. Like, it's literally trial and error. And I've realized that so much. Like, even with baking, I love to bake. I love to bake. I enjoy being in the kitchen. I like to cook. I love to, host and have people over. Like, there was an event over the summer with me and my partner, and we had a spades night. People came over to check out what he was presenting. He had something going on. And I just love to, be there and just host and cook for people and just have good vibes, young people having fun and, coming together, just having good times. COVID has really kind of separated us all and taken us away from the things that we love and the people that we love. So it was just so nice to, have a small get together and to be able to host for people. With that being said, I had to say, what do I want to do? Do I want to divide my time and do all three of these things? Or do I want to just focus on this one thing? Do I want to just focus on my music? Like, what is the best thing for me right now? And what I've learned, like I said, throughout this process is that you only learn through trial and error. You can watch other people do things and you can say, for example, if somebody takes a 360 deal and you start to do your research and you're like, yo, when I get on, I'm not going to take a 360 deal. Like, I'm not going to let them determine this, and this. That makes sense, right? Because that's calculated. It's a little bit more factual. But knowing whether, your crowd is going to like R&B or hip hop, you're not going to know until you drop some R&B and some hip hop. You know what I mean? So the best thing that you can do is just like get out there and do that shit. But 9 times out of 10, in the process, you'll realize, even though you want to monetize your craft or your art or whatever it is, and you should, you have to make sure that what you're doing is authentic and that it's not taking away from the creative process. So once again, I go back to saying, like, it's a blessing and a curse, because I couldn't imagine not having a passion. I couldn't imagine not having an outlet or something that I can turn to when I'm upset or when I need it. Like, think about Adele. I love Adele. We love Adele. We all love Adele. Adele does no wrong, right? She's amazing. And as much as, she has some more positive or uplifting songs, her best songs are heartbreak songs. And, you know, those karmic situations that she went through, everything that she learned, she was able to like channel that and say, yo, I'm going to put this into my music and give this to y'all and, you know, really release all this pain and give y'all something that y'all can relate to in the same aspect, in the same moment. So that's kind of what you have to do with your art. Like you have to, or whatever it is that you're doing, you have to put your all in it, but you have to make sure that your well-being, you know, is taken care of first. You have to make sure you're good. You're good with you, that you're in a space mentally, spiritually, you know, energetically, emotionally, whatever it is, physically, that, you know, you can thrive and still be authentic, and where your art doesn't actually feel like work, where you don't feel like you're, you know, to the point where you're, you know, I guess just kind of like jaded and you run yourself thin. So it's a balance. And I think through the process, you know, you go through many things. It's like, okay, I just want to make this. Okay, I want to make some money off of this. Okay, I want to do this. Okay, this didn't happen. I have this goal. I have this. When you're creative, your mind is just constantly going. It's nonstop. And the most important thing that you can do is really just enjoy the process while becoming the best that you can be. Like you can be competitive with yourself and say, yo, I need to do this better. Okay, I'm good at this, but this is what I need to work on. Like that's discipline, that's balance. There's nothing wrong with that. But at the same time, as artists, we pretty much have to cut ourselves some slack. You got this outlet, but you're so hard on yourself. And when things don't work out the way you intend for them to work out, it's like, yo, what the fuck happened? Like, why did things turn out this way? Why didn't this happen? Why did this deal fall through? And then, I mean, that, like I said, goes back into belief, because I don't really believe in many things, but I do believe in my heart of hearts that everything happens for a reason. Like sometimes bad things just happen, but I do believe that even when bad things happen, like it prepares you for other moments. Like I do believe everything is a domino. So, let me breathe, because I'm like, you know, being all into my own shit right now. But, you know, it is a balance, and we can be our own worst enemies. And if you don't believe in yourself, why should somebody else believe in you? So that brings me into my next thing, which is like, yo, in general, even if you made it this far, thank you that very, very much for still hanging in here with me. But, you know, in general, moving out of your own way, we're all fearful of something. Now, you could be reasonable. Am I gonna go and jump out of an airplane with no parachute? No. But, you know, will I take that little leap? Will I take a little, you know, dive off the board and jump into some waters that are safe? I will, because, you know I'm gonna be fine on the other side. So we have to move out of our own ways. You know, if it's, I don't know, you know, if you have a hard time with the job that you're working at, look for another job, you know. And I'm a big believer that you can move around to jobs as long as you do it the right way. I don't think that you should stay stuck anywhere. We're not our parents' generation. Nobody's staying stuck at a miserable job with some people that are racist or sexist or just don't care about your well-being, because you do know those employers exist and you know you're just a number, like whatever. But whatever it is, move out your own way. And that's what I'm realizing. Move out your own way. Enjoy your process. Enjoy your process. Go with the flow and move out your own way. If you know that there's something about you that you want to change and that's been a problem for your whole life, you think you're going to change it overnight? No. But move out your own way. So it's the same thing goes with the creative process. Like, do what you do. Be you. Be authentic. Authentic. Do what you do. But move out your own way. Don't be fearful. Don't worry about what other people think. Don't put yourself in competition with others. You're not on the same timeline or in the same life as them, having the same experience as them. So, you know, for me, I'm 24 years old, going on 25. I have my high school diploma. I went to trade school. I have 1 semester of college. But does that make me a more valuable human being than, you know, a 35-year-old woman who just has her GED or a 45-year-old man who has no high school diploma at all? No. It's just another accolade. It's just levels to it. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing with this. It's just like you move at your own time and your own wave. If this man is 45 years old and he doesn't have a high school diploma, but whatever job he had, he's had for, his whole life. And now he's worked his way up to being a manager. Then so be it. He's doing well for himself. Why does he need to do anything else? Like if he decides to go back and, you know what, I'm going to get my GED. Good for him. But if he's happy with where he's at and he's not harming anybody, why is that my business? That's his life. That's his timeline. So, the same thing goes with us. If somebody else made it at 21 for music or painting or modeling or athleticism or academia, whatever it is, it doesn't mean that because you're 30 that you can't make it. And I think that we place a lot of restrictions on ourselves. Like I said, as human beings in general, we place a lot of restrictions on ourselves. And it's easy to self-sabotage and be your own worst enemy or stand in your way, especially when you're conditioned to already be that way. But like I said, once you just start to get that like YOLO, screw it type of mentality, and like I said, YOLO, that's another thing too. Don't like attack me in the comment and be like, oh no, we've been here 10,000 times. Like, y'all get what I'm saying. But like just F it. Like, yo, I'm going with the flow. Like, this is what I want. I'm going to put the work in to get it. I'm going to use this as an outlet, but I'm not going to tire myself down. I'm not going to bog myself down or run myself into the ground and lose my authenticity in the process. So, you know what I mean? To all my creators out there, I want to say I appreciate y'all. If y'all got links or comments, y'all know y'all can always DM them. Send them to me. This is just a short segment regarding this because I am going to get into some baking and some music tonight. So I got to save a little bit of room for everything. But I just wanted to jump in, like I said, and talk about this creative process because it's been bugging me. It's really been bugging me. Like, I love that I'm an artist, but it really can be a curse sometimes when I'm going through that writer's block or it's just one of those days and like it's just not working. But it's always rewarding and you always come out on top. So, like I said, believe in yourself, move out your own way, believe in yourself, push your art, music, whatever it is, your business, your ideas, whatever it is that you do, push that shit and make sure that you believe in you first. If you believe in you first, then other people will always believe in you. Once again, I'm Mareesa, aka Egypt Divine. I thank y'all for staying with me this long, and I will see y'all in the next segment.